What's up, guys? It's me, Alan. I am back with another video. It's time. Now that Smackdown's over, it's time to do my predictions for Survivor Series. me. War Games! I'm excited, man. I'm excited because they're bringing the War Games concept to Survivor Series. And it's not necessarily Raw versus SmackDown. It's two different teams with a hell of a lot going on. The men's matchup, the Bloodline, which is full of friction, namely between Jay and Sammy, against the Brawling Brutes, Drew McIntyre, and Kevin motherfucking Owens, who we worried wasn't going to be able to compete due to a freaking injury. And then on the women's side, you have Damage Control, Rhea Ripley, and a crazy-ass Nikki Cross. I almost said Nikki ASH. That she is not anymore. Against Bianca Belair, Mia Yim, Asuka, Alexa, and a returning Becky Lynch. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you don't miss out on future videos and streams. And also, let me know down in the comments what you think. It's a 5-match card, but it's going to be a hell of a show. Unfortunately, I am not going to be able to do a live stream tomorrow night. I want to, don't get me wrong. It ain't going to happen. Family is here this weekend, so that's not going to work. Sorry. But I'll be following along on Twitter, and of course, I'll give you all my thoughts when we get around to it. So, with that being said, let's go ahead. Let's take a look at the matchups. I'm going to start off with Ronda and versus Shotzi for the SmackDown Women's title. I mean, Ronda's winning. Like, there's no way Ronda's losing tomorrow night. And I hate saying that because I want Shotzi to pull off the upset win. I think she's going to get a really good performance, but I don't know. I just don't see Shotzi winning tomorrow night. It sucks, but her first championship on the main roster will have to come another day. So then we have AJ Styles, along with the OC, Gallows, Anderson, and Yim, against Finn Balor, with the Judgment Day, Priest, Dominic, and Rhea. This should be a fun matchup. I think it's one of the few times we've seen Styles versus Balor, at least to my knowledge, in the WWE on the main roster. As far as a winner goes, because Judgment Day won at Crown Jewel, I think I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna say Styles wins. Yeah, Styles wins. I think Styles wins, namely because now the question is will Yim and Rhea be on the sidelines? Because I think the women, I have a feeling the women's War Games match is going to open the show. So they might not even be a factor, but they could be. We'll see. But I don't necessarily think that they're going to be on the sidelines for this one. So either way, I do think Styles pulls the win off. So then you have Seth Rollins versus Bobby Lashley versus Austin Theory for the United States title. I think Rollins retains, but I will say this much. I am very much impressed with what they managed to do with Austin Theory. Now, how they made him lose the Money in the Bank briefcase, was it a bit stupid? Sure. However, as I just said, I love what they've been doing with Theory since. And I think a lot of it is Triple H. He knows the potential Theory has. But the whole protege thing, it's not going to work because Vince isn't there and he's not coming back. And Theory needed. If he's going to be a heel, he needs to be more of a heel. Like, he's a cocky prick, but he needs to be more defined as a heel, and that's what they've done with him. I don't expect him to get the U.S. title back tomorrow. I think Rollins will pin Lashley rather than Theory, but that said, it's gonna be a hell of a match. So now we get to the War Games matches, and I'm gonna start with the women's. Belair, Bliss, Asuka, Yim, and Lynch against Bayley, Kai, Sky, Ripley, and Cross. So, I think the obvious answer here is Bianca's team wins, because Bianca just keeps picking up W's against Damage Control. Which in a way kind of sucks, because when Damage Control came to be after SummerSlam, obviously, the thing with them is they didn't win the tag titles right off the bat, which pissed some people off, and then they won them in the rematch. Bayley has yet to take the Raw Women's title away from Bianca, and I don't know how long this is going to go for. Bianca and Bayley have faced off against each other in so many different stipulations thus far. It's crazy, and Bianca has found a way to win every time, with Asuka and Alexa picking up the tag titles and then dropping them back to Io and dropping them back to Io and Dakota at Crown Jewel the same week. That said, now you bring Lynch back, who Lynch obviously has beef with Damage Control. They were the ones that essentially wrote her off after she got hurt at SummerSlam. So it adds another element to say, hey, they're probably going to win, right? Well, here's the thing, and people have made note of this. Alexa Bliss does not look in sync with the rest of the team. She looks distant. She's been rattled. She's been seeing some things. She saw that little Bray Wyatt thing during that backstage promo before the tag team title match at Crown Jewel. One of their entrances, the Bray Wyatt thing popped up in the background on the Titantron. So I have a feeling Nikki and Alexa are just going to target each other. The moment those two get in the ring together, they're going to fight each other the whole goddamn time. Nikki's going to be solely focused on Alexa, in my opinion, because that's who she's been. That I truly believe Nikki is part of Damage Control to deal with Alexa on behalf of Uncle Howdy. And I think what happens, it's one of a couple of things that could happen. One, Alexa just leaves the match altogether because something's gotten to her. Two, Nikki takes her out of the match. Or three, Alexa turns on her own team and rejoins the dark side. Now, excuse me, I think the most likely of the three is Nikki takes Alexa out. However, that may coincide with an Alexa heel turn. Or Alexa continues to get all these triggers put back into her head that lead to her turning dark. We don't know. But that's how I think it's going to go. As far as a winner goes, I think Damage Control gets it done. Again, namely because of the Alexa factor. If Alexa will be a prime target for Nikki. And well, yes, Belair and Lynch both have beef with Damage Control. I think once Alexa starts going a little bit crazy, Bianca is going to look at Alexa, but you got to get back in here. What are you doing? And it's going to lead to some distractions, and that's how Bayley's team's going to win. Damage Control does have the advantage going into the match. They get to start first, or they have the first person to go in. So there's that. I think Damage Control gets it done. I think they do, and we should see a big development regarding Alexa moving forward. And finally, you have the Brutes, McIntyre and Owens against the Bloodline. So Roman, Solo, the Usos, and Sammy. Now, the Brutes won the advantage going into War Games, which is interesting because usually the heel team wins. But in this case, it's the babyface team that wins. Now, I think the reason why this works is because of all the dysfunction within the Bloodline. Namely, between Jay and Sammy. And we know there might be a little bit between Jay and Roman. And KO told Sammy, either you make the first move and you turn on them, or they're going to turn on you. Because you know they will. So, I don't necessarily expect Sammy to turn on the Bloodline tomorrow night. What I do think is going to happen is Sammy and Jay, the friction between them is going to cause massive problems. And it's going to lead to one of either Jay, Sammy, or Solo, or Jimmy, because it sure as hell is not going to be Roman. It's going to lead to one of the four of them getting pinned. And I think the Brutes win. So, again, Rousey, Styles, Rollins, Brutes, Damage Control for the win. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.